Kahala Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rokakadash, greetings to the whole elect, other Israelites, and other good joining people of the earth. Alright, we're going to do Genesis 20, 21, 22, and 23, birth of Isaac, and a few more things to get excited. Okay, from there, it says Abraham and Sarah at Gerar, right? From there, Abraham journeyed towards the region of Negev and settled between Kadesh and Shur while residing in Gerar. As an alien, Abraham said of his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." And King Abimelech of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But the Most High came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, "You are about to die because of the woman whom you have taken, for she is married woman." Now Abimelech had not approached her, so he said, "O Most High, will you destroy an innocent people? Did he not say to me, she is my sister, and she herself, he is my brother? I did this in the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands." Then the Most High said to him in a dream, "Yes, I know that you did this in the integrity of your heart. Furthermore, it was I who kept you from sinning against her. Therefore, I did not let you touch her." Now, I'm gonna stop that real quick, right? Okay, first of all, Negab is dry land, you know what I'm saying? And Kadesh is holy, you know what I'm saying? And Shur is desert, you know what I'm saying? Deserted place. So they settle somewhere between the sacred place and the dry land, the desert, you know what I'm saying? And see, Sarah, that Sarah means princess, but Sarah means princess, but Sarah means princess in righteous, you know what I'm saying? Of a prophet, I think, like Yeshua, you know what I'm saying? The bride. And Abimelech is a father from above, you know what I'm saying? And who's from above, you know what I'm saying? The sun, you know what I'm saying? Sun worshiping, the sun from above. That's what it's saying, right? So the son, and when the son said to her, see, so basically Sarah, the righteous person, he was going to marry her for she could prophesy, and be his by false doctrine, see. And because Abraham is father of all nations, see, so to all nations pretty much, and see, he said that he did it from the integrity of my heart, see, because he does everything from the heart, you know what I'm saying, knowledge of good and evil, does the works of his hand. So here he goes, right? So he said, "Then return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you shall live. But if you do not restore her, now that you shall surely die, you and all that are yours." And see, so Abimelech rose early in the morning. Who rises early in the morning? The sun, right? And called all his servants, see, and told them all, see, these things. And the men were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, "What have you done to us? How have I sinned against you, that you have brought such great guilt on me and my kingdom?" See, his whole kingdom, pretty much all the other nations, because from the Abraham seed was set apart. So we were in danger of pretty much not having the righteous seed, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Come about, if he would have married into Sarah. Now, it goes, proceed. "What have you done this, right? My kingdom, right? You have done things to me that ought not to be done." And Abimelech said to Abraham, "What were you thinking of that you did this?" Abraham said, "I did it because I thought there is no fear, see that, of Yahweh Elohim at all in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she is indeed my sister, the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother." Yeah, man, the daughter of a heavenly father, but not a fallen woman, you know what I'm saying? "And she became my wife. And when the Most High caused me to wander from my father's house, I said to her, this is the kindness you must do at me at every place to which we come. Say of me, he is my brother." Then Abimelech took, see, the fear of the Most High is the most important thing. Abimelech took sheep, oxen, and male and female slaves and gave them to Abraham and restored his wife Sarah to him. Abimelech said, "My land is before you, settle where it pleases you." To Sarah he said, "Look, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. It is your exhortation before all who are with you. You are completely vindicated." Then Abraham prayed, and the Most High healed Abimelech, because eventually he's going to heal the son, eventually, gives new son, new earth. And the slaves, so that they bore children, for the Most High had chosen fast all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, of Abraham. Yeah, man, basically, he was on his way out. Now, proceed. Birth of Isaac, right? Then the Most High dealt with Sarah as he had said, and the Most High did for Sarah as he had promised. Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age. At the time of which the Most High had spoken to him, Abraham gave the name Isaac, which means he'll rejoice. He's the joyful one. He'll be rejoicing. He who rejoices, to his son whom Sarah bore. And Abraham's circumcised. Yes, now you get, see, all nations, through the princes, saying of prophecy will rejoice. So now you know the name, saying, and then Jacob, the covenant, So, little cookie for you. All right, and when Isaac was 8 days old, as the Most High commanded him, Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Now Sarah said, Most High hath brought laughter for me. Everyone who hears will laugh with me. And she said, Who would ever have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age. Okay, now Hagar and Ishmael sent away. The child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. But Sarah saw that son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had born to Abraham, playing with her son Isaac. So she said to Abraham, Cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not inherit along with my son Isaac. And the matter was very distressed to Abraham on account of his son. But the Most High said to Abraham, Do not be distressed because of the boy and because of her slave woman. Whether Sarah says to you, do as she tells you, for it is through Isaac that offspring should be named for you. As for the son of the slave woman, I will make a nation of him also because he is your offspring. So Abraham rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar, put it on her shoulders along with the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered about in the wilderness of Beersheba. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stop there real quick. All right, first of all, Sarah threw away because Sarah is the bride, she's princess of righteousness. She didn't want Ishmael physically, spiritually, and land-wise to be involved in anything because Ishmael was a stone worshiper and a pagan man, you know what I'm saying? So she cast him out, and see, that's why he gave her bread and water. That means he gave her the sea and food to eat up, so all these other nations, inherited all this BS. Because we said part. Now she wandered in Beersheba. That's the place where an oath of the mother was made. That's why they also worship the moon. They have the crescent moon. When the water in the skin was gone, she cast the child onto one of the bushes. See? She cast him to the world. You know what I'm saying? To the branches. Then she went and sat down opposite of him in a good way off, about the distance of a bow shot. For she said, Do not let me look on the death of the child. And as she sat opposite of him, she lifted up her voice and wept. And the Most High heard the voice of the boy, and the angel of the Most High called to Hagar. See, the angel, not the angel, it means the son. You know what I'm saying? And angel from heaven and said to her, What troubles you, Hagar? Do not be afraid, for the Most High has heard the voice of the boy. Where he is, come lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand, for I will make a great nation of him. Yeah, see, the son, him, he serves him, not us, not Yahweh him. Then the Most High opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. That means, the world. She went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. Basically, that's when they went conquering and, and spread their Islamism all over, their terrains. Now, the Most High was with the boy, and he grew up, and he lived in the wilderness and became an expert with the bow. Yeah, who's the expert with the bow? The bow. That's the son, man. You know what I'm saying? He's the bow that covers and also, he became a warrior. And he lived in the wilderness of Paran. You know what I'm saying? There you go, the terebinth tree, the paganism. And his mother got a wife from him from the land of Egypt. Now, Abraham and Abimelech make a covenant. So now you understand, you know what I'm saying, where Ishmael stands and all this. Now, at the time Abimelech, which is, son from above, who it means, a father from above, is the king, father, the people, son worshiper. You know what I'm saying? With Python, you know what I'm saying? Python is a great, general colonel, Python, Python, the snake, you know what I'm saying? Sorcery, you know what I'm saying? Zeus, you know what I'm saying? The snake that circles the sun, you know what I'm saying? Who's his right hand, you know what I'm saying? The commander of his army, see, he has the keys of Hades, you know what I'm saying? He rides the sun as a cherub. Said to Abraham, The Most High Yah Elohim is with you in all that you do. Now therefore swear to me here by the Most High that you will not deal falsely with me or with my offspring or with my posterity, basically all his other nations. But as I have dealt loyally with you, you will deal with me and with my land where you have resided as an alien. And Abraham said, Okay, I swear, basically, I'll let you be, When Abraham complained to Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized, Abimelech said, I do not know who has done this. You did not tell me, and I have not heard of it until this day. So Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, basically good and evil. And the two men made a covenant. Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs of the flock. And Abimelech said to Abraham, what is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs that you have set apart? He said, these 7 ewe lambs you set from my hand in order that you may be a witness for me that I dug this well. Therefore that place was called Beersheba. That's the place, the oath. They were made him because there both of them swore an oath when they had made a covenant at Beersheba. Abimelech and Pachol, the son and serpent, commander of his army, left and returned to the land of the Philistines. The Philistines are the pythons, the ones who've been stomped on, we're going to stomp on these snakes' heads, lawless, It's the land of the Philistines. And Abraham planted a taramas tree in Beersheba. Yeah, man, some other people giving into, bullshit, and the everlasting Elohim. And Abraham resided as an alien many days in the land of the Philistines. Basically, he stood there and lived amongst the heathens, but they couldn't fade him. Now he commanded to sacrifice Isaac. After these things, Most High tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham, here I am. He said, take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. Moriah is the oracle, and others, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains that I shall show you. Mountain of oracles, basically. Abraham rose early in the morning. Suddenly he sat his donkey and took 2 of his young men with him and his son Isaac. He put the wood of burnt offering and set out went to the place of distance that Most High had shown him. On the 3rd day Abraham looked up and saw the place far. Then Abraham said to his young man, stay here with the donkey, the body, and I will go out there, and and we will worship, and then we'll come back to you. Abraham took the wood. Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on his son Isaac, and and he himself carried the fire and the knife. So the 2 of them walked on together. Isaac said to his father, Abraham, father, and he said, here I am, my son. He said, the fire and the wood are here, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? Abraham said, the Most High himself will provide the lamb for a burnt offering. So the 2 of them kept walking, right? When they came to the place that the Most High had shown him, Abraham built an altar there and laid the wood in order. He bound his son Isaac and laid him on the altar on the top of the wood. Then Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife to kill his son. But the angel of the Most High called to him from heaven and said, Abraham. He said, here I am. This is Yahushai. He said, do not lay your hands on the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear Yahweh Elohim, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. And Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught up in the thicket by its horns. Abraham went up, took the ram, and he offered it, right? The Most High will provide. As it is said to this day, the amount of the Most High, it should be provided. Now, the angel of the Most High called to Abraham a 2nd time from heaven, saying, by myself I have sworn, says the Most High, because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will indeed bless you and will make your offspring as numerous as the stars, and it is on the seashores. And your offspring shall possess the gates of their enemies, and by their offsprings shall all the nations of the earth be blessed for themselves, because you have obeyed my voice. So Abraham returned to his young man, and they arose and went all together to Beersheba. Abraham lived at Beersheba. Now, children of Nahor, you can hear this, right? After these things, it was told to Abraham that Milcah, that was the also bore children. That was the to your brother Nahor, Uz the first, Buz his brother, Camel the father of Aram, Shez, Hazel, Pilda, Jilab, and Bethel. Bethel became the father of Rebekah. These 8 Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Moreover, his concubine, whose name was Roma, bore Tebash, Gama, Tahash, and Makkah. But this is what it really means, man. That Milcah is defiled queen, like a female queen of heaven vibration, and Nahor means snoring. Milcah means queen, like I said, right? Milcah means queen, right? Uz is a ring, a council, show, you know what I'm saying? Buz is kill. Kumel is God rises, the one who rises. Aram is the father of multitude. Shesed is ethical, faithful, dedicated to, at his mercy. Hazel means seeing visions, prophecy, sorcery. Pildash means flame of fire, weeping, Jidla means weeping. Ruma means lofty, exalted. Teba means a chest, an ark, a basket, or a casket. Gaha means flaming, burning kettle to cook. Kahash means to heat, to make, and to end, to make an end of, and Makar means crush. Okay, so basically what he's really saying here is that when he says that Nahor means the ones that are sleeping, they're snoring, they're blind. You know what I'm saying? Uza means that they follow the counsel, the dark counsel of show of the ring. You know what I'm saying? Buzz is, you know what I'm saying? So they basically define the counsel of the ring. Buzz is his brother. I mean, that kills. You know what I'm saying? And you know, from the god that rises, which is the sun and the moon, and Aram, you know, who's the father, who's the father of many nations. You know, and they're ethical and they're dedicated to him. That's what I'm saying. And they're seeing visions and they're prophesying and they're oracling for him. You know what I'm saying? And he's flame. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's flame. You know what I'm saying? And basically, and he's burning, because Bethel means house of Most High. So basically, they're seeing visions and flames, and they're burning the house of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And they're weeping. You know what I'm saying? And they're being put in caskets. You know what I'm saying? And they're being crushed. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means, man. There you go. I'll do the ifine. So, you know, now you know the sun, moon, star worshiping has been at the forefront. It's the whole enemy of the earth. That vibration, you know, it rules the world. And people got to come out of it or not, you're going to get destroyed. Shalom.